hours ago. It's been nearly 2 years since Justice League arrived in theaters, and brought together DC's finest heroes, their first live-action adaptation. On the heels of Wonder Woman's release, expectations were high for Zack Snyder to deliver the cinematic universe he began. Unfortunately, family tragedy struck the director, and Joss Whedon stepped in to complete the project, changing some of the narrative beats in the process. Reshoots for Justice League were extensive, and the final product left much to be desired. The theatrical cut was a bit of a Frankenstein film, with both directors' visions dueling on screen in front of the audience. And since its release, there has been a never-ending campaign from certain DC fans for the Now Deadpool creator Rob Liefeld has voiced his support for the campaign on social media. Check it out. And just like that, one of the most visible comic book figures has put his support behind the long-awaited Snyder Cut. But there's been conflicting reports regarding if that cut actually exists, so it seems the conversation is going to continue until the studio gives a final answer on the alternate cut's possible release. Rob Liefeld's tweet is sure to excite cinephiles who are holding out hope for another version of Justice League. The 2017 blockbuster was a long time coming, and had the potential to really kick the DCU into high gear. But the final cut had noticeable recuts and poor CGI, and didn't contain a compelling enough story to keep the movie afloat. Ultimately, Justice League was a box office disappointment, and didn't fare with either critics or audiences. This is what started the Snyder Cut campaign started, as some fans believed the 300 director would have delivered a better final product. The discussion revolving around the In fact, the movement will have a significant presence at this year's San Diego Comic-Con, after crowdfunding a budget to fly a banner over the convention center. Since Justice League's theatrical cut hit theaters, Warner Bros. Has pivoted and reworked the DC live-action universe. Crossover-heavy movies have faded away, allowing directors to helm more capsulated stories. It's a method that worked out well for both Aquaman and Shazam, which didn't feature any appearances by members of the League. While the release of the mythical Snyder Cut seems unlikely, it would be a way for the movie to make more money. Justice League had a massive budget, and ended up losing an estimated $60 million as a result of its poor box office performance. There is clearly a strong contingent of fans who want to see the alternate version of the movie, if it even exists. As for Rob Liefeld, he'll have to wait and see what Disney does with the Deadpool franchise, following its acquisition of 20th Century Fox. Will he finally join the MCU? Only time will tell. The next installment in the DCEU is Birds of Prey, and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn, on February 7, 2020. In the meantime, check out our 2019 release list to plan your next trip to the movies. Let's block